this on the fly here. Go ahead and turn this off. Let's pick another symbol. Let's pick another symbol. AMD, I haven't seen that in a while. Let's see. Let's go back on AMD. Let's go here. Let's replay AMD from June or July, whatever. Let's turn it on now. Reset. Let's see what it's doing on the hourly chart. Let's go to the daily first. Okay, what's the daily doing up here? Can we draw any trend lines here? You kind of got that going on the daily. Kind of got this going on. So we're in kind of like a little channel here on the daily. We're at the top of a channel on the daily. Okay, so we can anticipate selling to occur here more likely, and we can, looks like, anticipate buying here. It's kind of a zone, so if we wanted to turn this into a zone to include these prices here, that would work out also. Wouldn't be a very big zone, $69 to $4 zone, so that's probably within its ATR anyway. Yeah, the ATR is 268, so not far off. And then we have a little smaller zone up here, but we don't really need to make that a zone because this line seems to be holding good enough. Okay, let's go down here to the hourly chart. Getting pretty much the same thing. We do have a upward sloping trend line here. Of course, it's channeling up. This channel's kind of sloped down though, so I have a bias to the downside, so it's actually in a perfect position for me to short it right now. So we're going to turn this down to 3, and we're just going to try to trade this in real time here and see what it gives us. It's like we could have traded this here. So let's look at this. Let's see if there's enough here to get us in this. So we're definitely in the 50%, the premium zone. We could still short right here and not be, wouldn't be a bad trade. Let's go short here. Let's put the stop way above here, and let's target, let's put it lower here so we can get a nice target. We can't expect it to break this channel here. So we'd be really looking at a 1.5 to 1 because we waited so long to get in here. So I talk about this in other videos, but the longer you wait to get into a trade, your risk reward shrinks. Okay, if I had shorted up here, I had shorted when we started the video up here, I could have put my stop right here, had a nice tight stop, and had a nice, look at that, almost a 3 to 1. And we don't know if it's going to hit it or not, but would you much rather take a potential 3 to 1 than wait until you have more confirmation and get half of that? Look how much risk you're putting on. Look how much reward you're getting, even if this works out. So you got to think about that. If you're squeamish, you looking for confirmation all the time, you want the stars to align and everything to work out, you have to really think about the points that you're giving up waiting for that. Sometimes, guys, it's worth it to just take the damn trade and figure it out as you go along, because the ones that really work out, they're going to work out for you fast, and the ones that aren't going to work out, you're usually going to have time to get out of them and reduce your risk. So there's not really, you're going to have opportunities within the trade to reduce the risk. So the risk that you're seeing in this, you know, if you could reduce that, you're going to be getting a 3-4 to 1 out of this, 3.5 to 1. But if you wait for confirmation, that's what you're stuck with. So this is kind of what we're stuck with right now, because we can't really expect it to break the bottom of this channel. Okay, but this rising wedge here, it might come up and do one of these. Then come back down, which would be fine. I mean, then we could get into a trade up here. But had we taken the trade up here, we'd already have a nice little buffer of profit. So let's put this right above this high. Let's put this right below. Let's reset all this. Let's put this right below here. So that's messing with our risk reward even more. Can we get a 1 to 5 out of this? Only if we do that. So we're really pushing this trade to damn near break the channel to give us a profitable trade. So let's hope it retraces. We'll keep this trade, but let's hope it retraces up here a little bit to the top of this. And then we can get a really low risk entry up there. Okay, let's play it out. So we're not in this trade because it never traded below this. Okay, and we had our chance to get in up there, and it didn't give it to us. But now we have another trend line here that you can kind of pull off. You see that right there? Okay, so let's look for entries in and around this area here. Okay, so this is nice here. Okay, so we're not in this trade yet, okay, so don't fault me for this. So I'm just going to move this up here, and I'm going to try to capture this, but I'm going to wait for some weakness. Okay, so if I'm trading this, I have alert set. It's at the top of a channel. It's in a rising wedge. So we're at the top of 2 resistance points. It's held 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and now we're at the top of this channel, and the channel's kind of sloping down. Okay, I want this to be a short, but let's wait for some confirming price action. I just said a minute ago to not wait for confirmation and take the damn trade. When you're waiting on 1 or 2 candles, though, you'll have time to react. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for some weakness to be shown up here because it's very strong up here right now. It's got big spreads or big volumes and nice spreads. It's got a nice little tail bar here coming off of this wedge. Okay, so it's really strong right here. So it could actually break up through this, but then I'd be looking for a retest before I would want to go long. Right now, though, I'm wanting to confine price inside of this channel. Upward sloping wedge right here. Okay, and we've traded wedges a lot on this channel. They just kind of do this and then they break down, right? So you have that going for you, and you're at the top of a channel, and you have this downward sloping trend line. So let's advance it by bar and see if we can see some weakness come into the chart. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not super weak yet. Reset this here. Let me turn off the watermark. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we've completely broken out of this channel. Okay, so I mean, do we count this as a retest? This little bar here? I don't think we do. I think it comes back. I actually think it comes back into the channel completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're leaving the chart here. Okay, let's play it out. It's not giving me any kind of trade idea here. It's just taking off. Just broke a trend line there. Taking a while to come back to this trend line. This channel might be defunct. Might be dead. Bruh. Bruh. It's not really giving me anything, guys. I mean, it's giving me trend lines all over the place, so I'll keep drawing them, but nothing's really reacting to anything. It's bouncing off the top of the channel. I mean, we could do this. Let's try this one. Let's go short position or long position. Let's go here. Um, let's put the back here, and let's put this above this high. We don't need to do all that though. It's either going to stop at this wedge or it's not. So, but we can target above this high right here. Okay. And if you look at this move up from here to here, okay, if we bought right now, we're just at this 50%, just at the discount zone. So let's see if this works out. Definitely in the trade. Let's see if it wants to come back up, challenge this trend line here. Ooh, it's just going all over the place. Is it going to take us out? Let's speed it up and see. And we're out of that trade. So that's a winner there. So that's not terrible. It's not a bad one there. So what we collect here, 754. We got a 2-to-1 on 16. So we got $16 here. Let's go ahead and put this on. We're gonna keep trading. Plus 16.19 here. Okay. All right. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh with the 16.19. Okay. Let's see what it's given us now. It looks like it's given us something here. This trend line. So really far away from this trend line now. We could expect it to come back and retest. Really upward sloping channel there. Let's play it out. All right. So we're sloping up. We're breaking out of this channel here. So you're getting an offshoot from this line. Very, very hard to maintain this slope. Look at how far. Let's just look at spaces here, guys. Look at this space. We talk about this all the time on the channel. Look at the space between this trend line. Now we can expect this space to be here because it's been channeling up. But when you put this offshoot on here and you see that it touched once, twice, now you're monitoring another space here. You're monitoring this space right here. Okay, so the farther it gets away from this trend line, the harder it's going to snap back, basically. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so got even further away from it. I would say you have another offshoot here. Okay, so I want to go short on the break of this trend line now because it's really overextended. Let's play it out and see what happens here. Alright, so this is my opportunity here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to put this at the top right here. And I'm going to target this trend line. Remember we talked about that before. Target the main trend line once you start to see the breakdown happening. So let's see if this works out in my favor. If the theory's sound, it should work out here. Make this yellow. We don't know what it's going to do. We know this is green, but I think it's going to have enough momentum to break through all of this because it was away. It was away from this channel for a long time. So I think it's going to come back in and get right to the bottom of that channel. Let's see. Okay, so it took us out of this trade. We're not deterred though. We just gave back this trade here. See, this is 615. We just lost 619. We just lost 615. So minus 1615. And we're going to do that. So we won and we lost. Okay, I'm still expecting this to come back down because as you can see, this trend line here has flipped and it's rolling now, it's resistance. Okay, you guys see that? It's flipped its roll here. It was support, 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 resistance. So I'm still expecting this to come back down, so I'll definitely short higher. Let's do half the risk as before. Let's do $8. Now let's see if we can get an even bigger 5-to-1 risk to reward. We're still expecting this to come back down here, okay? Okay, we're definitely in this trade. And we're out of that trade. So we've lost that trade too. Let's look at some more trend lines here. So we've rejected now the top of this channel. Okay. We've rejected the top of this channel. Okay. And we've really extended to the top. I still expect this to come back down. I still think this move is overblown. But right now, we just have a situation where it's just continuing to put in, you know, new trend lines on the top side. So, I'm looking to short again if it breaks below this. Okay, there it is. There's the break there. Let's get in again. We're just going to put our stop above this high, whatever that is. So it's $16 again. And we're going to try to come below here again. It's just going to be a 2.6 to 1. Let's see if we can make it this time. Okay, so it looks like it was ready to break this time. Let's put this trend line on here. Coming back up. So this trend line meant nothing to nobody. Maybe here it does now mean something. Let's see. Back into the channel. Alright, straight into profit here. Okay, so this one was a good one here. So we won 40.67 plus 40.67 on this one here. Okay. So we had to lose a couple trades first. Well, just one really. Did we lose two? We lost two, didn't we? Yeah, we lost this one too. So we lost 1563 also. We'll do this. Minus 1563. Okay, so we're down that also. And this is the order that they were traded in. Okay, so let's keep the relevant lines. This one's irrelevant. This one's irrelevant. This one's irrelevant. And now we're just back to this channel that's looking like it's going to break here. We have another little something starting right here. Looks like this was a wedge or wanted to be. But it broke down. Hold on, I got to drink some water. All right. Never realize how dry your mouth gets when you're doing these videos as you're talking. Okay. So we won that. Let's go down. Let's do one more. This video is about 18 minutes long. Let's try to get off one more trade, win or lose, and then we'll tally up what this is. Okay, so we're selling off now pretty good. We have another offshoot from here. So you see this is declining, 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 declining. I'm going to leave the bottom of this channel on, but I'm going to take the top off. Okay, I'm going to take the top of the channel off. But we're declining. We got an offshoot from that decline line here. And it's red. And this one is red. Okay, well we got offshoots from the line here. Okay, so we're getting now overextended to the bottom side. One could also say that this is another offshoot. Okay, because it has touched here twice. but I wouldn't really count this as a trend line yet. I like to see another rejection, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so definitely was not a trend line. We're going to delete it. And it's coming back to this and this. So you have a little bit of confluence in this area here. You have this line and you have the bottom of the channel that it was respecting for all the way back here. Okay, so if it's going to remain bearish, it should not be able to get over these two lines. Okay, so it poked above it. It's also showing weakness though on the poke. See how it poked above it? Now it's coming back down. I'm interested in this short. I am interested in this short. I just don't have a profit target for myself. So let's draw out some levels down here. This was obviously support, support, support. Maybe we can take this down to the first support. It'll take out these people here. It'll take out these people here. Let's look at this move, this whole move up right here. What we got here? So if we short it now, you see this, we'd actually be shorting in a premium of this whole move up. Okay, this is the 50% mark right here. Okay, we'd actually be shorting from this move up to this move. We'd be in a premium for the shorts. You see that? So I'm actually interested in this short right here. Where do I put my stop though if I short it? Let's go short position. Let's go here. Let's see what the risk or the reward potential is. If we think it's going to come here, can we do a risk reward of this? So this would be a 2 to 1 here if we did something like this. Okay. Let's try to get 50% of this candle right here and see if it'll let me get in there like that. Alright, let's play it out. It's our last trade here. Okay, so we did get in the trade. Remember now, we're targeting this down here. This one's kind of been broken here. This one's kind of been broken, but we got a new one right here. Okay, so nothing but red lines, nothing really supporting price. We have something popping out here, but I think it's getting ready to break this as soon as I press play again. So let's see. We're targeting below here and to this area here. Okay, so it kind of came down, supported price here. Yeah, you had a little support there. It's definitely weak, but we've come back up now to test these trend lines up top. So this pull away here, this fall away here, if it can get through all of this, it's probably going to break out. Okay, but it's got a lot of work to do. It's got levels above. It's got a lot of work to do. And we're just hiding above this level here. Let's play it out. Okay, so it's now rejected this on the back side of it. This looks like it's holding as resistance. Let's expand it. See the flip here? Support, 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 resistance. See the flip? We're going to turn it red. It's kind of hugging it from the back side now. We have another trend line popping out here. So once again, nothing but red trend lines on the top. Okay. Okay, broke through that first one, came back. Now it's resistance. Okay, now it's coming down. This will support. Now it's resistance. And let's see if it'll target below here for us. Alright, I think we made that. Let's pause it and see. Let's drag this over here. Yep, we're out of that trade. So we're out of this trade also. That's another winning trade. And that's for $38.27. So plus 38.27. We'll let this play. We'll let this play as I add these up on the side here and and see what our over 5 trades what this win rate is, but we'll let this play out at 3 times speed while I bring the calculator over here. It's 1619 minus 1615 minus 15.63 plus 40.67 plus 38.27. So we're net 63.35. You guys see that? Plus 63.35. After all is said and done, that's what we got out of this. Okay. This has been episode 2 of Trendline Trading. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You guys seem to like these kinds of videos, so I'll definitely do more of them. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.